Okay, now we will start legislature power. We discuss about the governor. It's what do you call this, salary we discuss, its qualification we discuss, condition of office we discuss, removal of the governor, issue judgment of Supreme Court, and certain commission give recommendation, that we discuss. Okay, then we discuss about the discretionary power, constitutional discretionary power and situational discretionary power. Then we discuss about the executive power of governor. Now we will discuss the legislature power of governor. Summon, prorogue, these things we already discussed in parliament, right? So it is the governor who can summon or prorogue the state legislature and dissolve the state assembly if he can dissolve. Right, governor can dissolve the state assembly if none of the parties is able to form the majority in the state assembly. He can do that one. Okay, and governor will address the state legislature. State legislature when at the commencement of first session of every year, budget session. State also a budget is there, no? Right. So at the commencement of the budget session and first session after the state assembly election held. That will be addressed by whom? That will be addressed by the governor. It is the governor who can send the messages to the house, okay, house of the state legislature regarding the any bill pending in that particular house. If bill is pending, what are those pending, what is the reason, and all those things, that he can seek information from that house. Okay, then it is the governor who can appoint any member. Okay, in that assembly, from assembly only, if speaker, we already discussed speaker, if the speaker, deputy speaker is not available, at that time governor will appoint one person from the assembly only, okay, to what do you call this one, preside the session of the assembly. Governor can do that. So in the same way, if any state is having a legislature council, at that time chairman and deputy chairman of legislature council is not available, at that time governor will appoint one person from that legislature council only to preside the session of the legislature council. Legislature council, Vidhan Parishad, state legislature assembly, Vidhan Sabha. Got it? Then next. So regarding the assembly, earlier there was a provision that this thing, what is that? One MLA means member of legislature assembly can be nominated by governor, but such provision has been deleted from the constitution. Okay, at present a governor can nominate 1/6 of the total member of legislature council. Okay, who has expertise in the literature, science, art, cooperative movement or social services. Like case of president can nominate 12 Rajya Sabha member. Here governor can nominate 1/6 of total member of legislature council. In assembly, now governor does not have a power to nominate any member of legislature assembly, and it is the governor who will decide the disqualification of the state legislature member after consultation with the Election Commission of India. Remember, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha we discussed in detail regarding the qualification, disqualification. In disqualification we discuss anti-defection. Anti-defection disqualification won't be done by the governor. Others are there, na? Other disqualification which is mentioned in constitution or law made by the parliament. So representation of the people act we discuss. There also disqualification is there, right? So constitutional disqualification and other law disqualification. Those, okay, first those disqualification will be investigated by the Election Commission of India. Then Election Commission of India will give recommendation to the governor to remove the member of state legislature, which is MLA or MLC. Right, so he can do that. He can decide the question on disqualification, but after consultation with the Election Commission of India. Okay, and next, this governor is also having an ordinance power. Same like president, ordinance is a temporary law. Right, that we discuss. If the state assembly or legislature council of the state not in session and there is a urgency and law is required, at that time governor can issue the ordinance on the state subject only, not central subject, on the state subject, and the validity of that ordinance is 6 months and 6 weeks. 6 months and 6 weeks. Once the assembly is in session, assembly can pass that ordinance and make a permanent law, or assembly can reject that ordinance, so ordinance will be dead. Or the assembly has not taken any action for 6 weeks after its beginning of the session. So after 6 weeks, the ordinance will be revoked. Automatically it will be revoked. You are getting the point? Okay, so that thing is there. And apart from that, see, Finance Commission will submit the report. Okay, sorry, not here Finance Commission, CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, we discuss regarding the state government account also, and state government companies, corporation also. Those accounts will be auditing done by the CAG, and CAG will submit the report to the governor, and governor will let down that report before the assembly. Then State Finance Commission is also there. State Finance Commission will give recommendation to the state government that how the state government revenue can be distributed between the state and local government. Okay, so that report will also submit to the governor, and governor will lay down that report before the assembly or state legislature. Got it? That is there. Then apart from that, bill. Regarding the bill, as we discussed, right, once the bill is passed by both the houses of the state legislature, if they are having a bicameralism, the state, if it is having Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, then both the houses has to pass. Anyway, that we will discuss in state legislature. If the bill passed by the state legislature, then the bill will send to the assent of president, assent of the governor. Then the governor is having these options. What are those? Governor can give assent to that bill, and governor can withhold his assent to the bill, pocket veto, not taken any action, withhold. Or governor can return the bill, suspensive veto. I hope you remember, right, for the consideration of the legislature. Suspensive veto, governor can return the bill to the state legislature. Anyway, if second time state legislature pass the bill with or without amendment, then governor has to give assent. Fourth case, what is that? Governor can reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. Okay, now what type of bill? Does any bill governor can reserve? No, there is no such thing. Then what are those bills which can reserve by the governor for the consideration of the president for the assent of the bill? Right. So what are those bills? So any bill which is passed by the state legislature, which endanger the position of state high court. Any bill which is passed by the state legislature, according to that bill, okay, state high court is in danger, or the position of the state high court is in danger. At that time, governor can reserve that bill for the assent of the president. Apart from that, other cases also we have. What are those other cases? If the state legislature pass any bill which is against the constitution or against the ultra vires of the constitution, ultra vires means against the provision of the constitution, that bill will be reserved by the governor for the assent of president. Or if that bill is against the DPSP, against the fundamental right, okay, or if that bill is the larger interest of the country. Okay, not only that state people interest, larger population of the country interest is related to that bill, or that bill is having a grave national importance, or that bill is having a national importance level. Okay, that is there. Or the bill, okay, the bill which is related to the compulsory acquisition of property under Article 31A. So this kind of bills the governor can reserve for the assent of the president. You got it? So this is about legislature power of governor.